Hello children, today we are going to learn about the trigonometrical identities. This is one of the important chapter in your mathematics. So because you can get about 6 marks, that's 2 questions, 3 plus 3 in the board exams. So let us start with the 3 important identities in this trigonometrical identities. The first identity is sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is the first identity, very important identity. And second one is 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. This is the second identity. And the third one is 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. So these 3 are very important identities. If you are thorough with these 3 identities, then you can solve any problems in this chapter. So let us prove these identities one by one. Let us prove the first identity. The first one is sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So children, to prove this identity, we have to consider a right angle triangle, because trigonometry holds good only with the right angle triangle. So let us take a right angle triangle. So this is a proof. So in the proof, we will consider the right angle triangle. We consider angle B as 90 degree, and we consider angle C as theta. It's angle theta. You can take angle C as theta or angle A as theta. Okay, any one angle. So after considering this, let us come back to the left hand side. Here the left hand side is sine square theta plus cos square theta. The left hand side, which is sine square theta plus cos square theta. Students, you people have learned this definition of sine theta and cos theta in your 9th standard. Let us recall that definitions of sine theta and cos theta. What is sine theta? That is very important. So, before telling about the definitions, we need to come back to this theta. See, for this angle theta, opposite to this theta, the side AB. This AB, we call it as opposite side. OPP. OPP means opposite side. And for this theta, BC, it is an angle to this theta, that's BC is the side. That is we call it as adjacent side. Adjacent side. So next, opposite to the angle B, that is 90 degree, AC. AC is called as hypotenuse. So these 3 are very important before we say about the definition of sine theta and cos theta. So let us recall what you people have learned in 9th standard, that sine theta. Sine theta means it is opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side by hypotenuse means here for opposite side is AB. So we will write as AB. Sine theta is AB. And hypotenuse is AC. It is AB by AC. And write whole square. Why we write whole square here means because it is sine square plus, because pluses are here, and cos square theta, cos theta definition. What is cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. For this theta, adjacent side is BC. So it is adjacent is BC by AC. So we will write cos theta as BC by AC whole square, the same way. Like how I said, it's a square is there, so we'll write square here. Now we'll remove the square. We apply the square both for numerator and denominator. We'll simplify further. AB square by AC square plus BC square by AC square. I hope you all of your children you understood this. Just we have removed the square and we have written it. And also I just now said you what is sine theta It is opposite side by hypotenuse. That is AB is the opposite side and AC is the hypotenuse. And similarly for cos theta also, adjacent side by hypotenuse, it is BC by AC whole square. So this is one of the very important definition of sin theta and cos theta. Then let us simplify further. That is, let us take LCM. AC square. So AC square is a LCM. So it is AB square plus BC square. We write directly AB square plus BC square. Why we write like this? Because the denominators are same. Since denominators are same, just we add the numerators. That's a basic maths, we should know that. When denominators are same, add the numerators. And after writing this, we have to come back for the next concept. What is the next concept is, what is this AB square plus BC square? You should go back to the diagram, that is a right angle triangle diagram. If you observe AB square plus BC square, AB square plus BC square is AC square. But what is this AC square? How you got AC square? For that, you need to learn the Pythagoras theorem. That means you already learned Pythagoras theorem, you just have to recall. What does the Pythagoras theorem states? In a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse, that is AC square, is equal to square of one side, that is sum of the squares of other two sides. Sum of the squares of other two sides are AB square plus BC square. So that is what has been written here. AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square is nothing but what? AC square. So we are going to write this as AC square by AC square. That is equal to AC square will cancel, that's equal to 1. So we have proved that, therefore sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is actually a very important identity which you people are understanding this. And using this identity, still we can write other identity using this itself. What is that? See, sin square theta can also be written as 1 minus cos square theta, because when you bring this cos square to the right hand side, it becomes minus cos square theta. So it's very useful for you while solving the problems. And similarly, cos square theta can be written as 1 minus sin square theta. This is also one of the very important identity where you can use it for solving the sum. So these are the very important first identity which you should be thorough with it. And after proving this, we will come back to the second identity. The second identity is 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. So we will try to prove this also the same way how we proved the first identity. Using the same right angle triangle. We don't have to use some other right angle triangle. Let us use the same right angle triangle to prove the second identity also. So the second one is 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. This is the second identity we are going to prove now. How to prove? The first one we should take, as usual, we should take the left hand side, LHS, left hand side, 1 plus tan square theta, left hand side. We'll take the left hand side and prove the right hand side. The right hand side we need to prove what is that? Secant square theta we need to prove. So let us write now again, 1 will write 1 as it is, plus tan square theta is that. We need to find tan theta, definition. Again we need to go back to the definition of tan theta. What does this tan theta says here? Tan theta means it's opposite side by adjacent. That's the definition. You should be thorough with the definitions of sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. Then only you'll be able to apply. Okay. So tan theta means what? Opposite side by adjacent side. Students, I think you understood it. So we'll apply this now. So tan theta means opposite side. Which is the opposite side here? AB. It is AB by, and which is the adjacent side here? BC. So BC. is adjacent side, and whole square will be written as it is because square is here as it is. And after this, we need to remove the square here. What we can write here? 1 plus remove the square, AB square by BC square. We are removing the square here. Then after this, what is your next step? You should be knowing very well, because whenever the plus sign is there, we need to take the LCM. So what is the LCM for this? LCM, you know all of you very well, LCM. So if nothing is there, we should take it as 1. So BC square is going to be the LCM. So BC square is LCM. So 1 is there. So 1 into BC square is BC square. Plus, again, here, if you take LCM means AB square by BC square is there. So what will be left here? AB square. Because your LCM is BC square. So BC square will cancel. What you are going to get? AB square. Children, you should be knowing this LCM concept. That's very important. LCM. LCM means BC square is the LCM. So 1 into BC square. So that's how we got this BC square here. Again, LCM is BC square here. BC square will get cancelled. So we'll get what? AB square. I hope all of you are clear with this concept. So next, we'll move on to this. What we should write now? What should you write for BC square plus AB square is very important. So let us come back to this again for this here. All of you should know by this time BC square plus AB square. So BC square plus AB square is AC square again, according to Pythagoras theorem. Just now I said you according to Pythagoras theorem, no? BC square plus AB square is nothing but what? AC square. So we are going to write this as AC square by BC square. So what is AC square by BC square is again comes to your question. Again, we need to understand what is AC square by BC square. Before that, what I do means I can also write this as AC by BC whole square. Can I write like this? No, because AC square by BC square can also be written as AC by BC whole square, because both are same. AC square by BC square is same thing as AC by BC whole square. Why means because I need to understand what is this AC by BC. What is AC? AC is the hypotenuse. BC is the adjacent side. Hypotenuse by adjacent. Hypotenuse by adjacent is secant theta. That's again a definition. You should know the definition. Secant theta. That is whole square will be there as it is. Square it is. So you should, all children should understand, very very important it is. It is very important to understand hypotenuse by adjacent is nothing but what you call as secant theta. So we have proved that secant square theta it is. Secant theta whole square is nothing but secant square theta, because the square will come to the secant square. And please write the square properly. Don't write for theta square. That's wrong. You should write secant square theta. And we have proved it. LHS equal to RHS. See, we need to prove this. You all of you observing secant square theta. Okay, so we have proved. What we have proved here? 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. So this is a very important identity which you should know very well. See, this identity can be still further simplified. What is the simplification? Bring this tan square theta to right hand side. It becomes 1 is equal to secant square theta minus tan square theta. See, you can see this is a very important identity. While solving the sums, you need to substitute it. Secant square theta minus tan square theta you should write as 1. Sometimes you need that to solve it. Or sometimes you can also write this as tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. So we need to substitute what is tan square theta also. Secant square theta minus 1 also we need to substitute it. So these are very very important. Children, we are going to learn the third identity. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So how we are going to prove this identity? The third identity, that is 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. The same, we will take the right angle triangle. The right angle triangle is the same thing. We don't take the different right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle. Angle C is theta. As usual, we have taken theta as the this one, and AB we have taken as opposite side. You know why it is opposite side, because we have considered angle C as theta. So AB is opposite side and BC is adjacent side. Adjacent side. And as usual, I already explained you. Angle opposite angle B, AC is called as hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. So we'll prove this identity by taking left hand side and proving the right hand side. Let us take this. That's a proof. So that is left hand side. The left hand side is 1 plus cot square theta. 1 plus cot square theta. This is the left hand side. So we'll write this 1 as it is plus. Now again we need to recall what is cot theta. See, cot theta definition we need to recall. Cot theta means adjacent side by opposite side. That is very important definition of cot theta. You should be able to recall the definition. Adjacent side is BC. Opposite side is AB. Whole square, because square is it's a cot square theta, so whole square it is. So after writing this, we need to take the LCM. Before taking LCM, we need to substitute this square for both numerator and denominator. We'll do that first. 1 plus BC square by AB square. So I have taken square for both numerator and denominator. Now I will take LCM. The LCM is, what is LCM here? AB square, because here nothing is there, means you should take it as 1. That's a basic step. AB square is the LCM. AB square is the LCM. AB square into 1 is AB square. That's the LCM concept. AB square plus, as I already explained about how to take LCM. So BC square by AB square will cancel. You are going to get plus BC square. So we got AB square plus BC square by AB square. But what is this AB square plus BC square? Again, we are knowing very well. According to Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is nothing but AC square. So we are going to write this AC square by AB square. AC square by AB square. According to Pythagoras theorem, this is AB square plus BC square is AC square. Again, instead of writing AC square by AB square, we can also write AC by AB whole square. It doesn't make any difference from these two. I am applying square because I have taken a numerator, denominator and whole square I have taken. Then what is this AC by AB? Very important. AC by AB, if you all observe the diagram is very important to understand. AC by AB. AC is a hypotenuse and AB is opposite side. Hypotenuse by opposite side is cosec theta. That's a definition again. Children, you need to understand the definitions very well. Cosec theta means hypotenuse by opposite side. So what we'll write here? It is cosec theta. That is cosec square theta. Cosec square theta, because square is there now. So we'll write cosec square theta. So that is nothing but RHS, right hand side. So we have proved 1 plus cot square theta, 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. This is what we have proved now. So using this identity, we still can write 1 is equal to cosec square theta minus cot square theta. This is actually like solving the problems, no? You're going to use, see, you learned sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. You also learned in the previous identity secant square theta minus tan square theta is also equal to 1. Now third time 1 can also be written as cosec square theta minus cot square theta also. So children, you should be able to understand when should you apply this identity. Application of identity is very important. As you see the sum, you should be able to understand where to apply this one. Is it I have to apply for secant square theta minus tan square theta as 1, or I should apply for sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, or this cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So depending on the problem. Now this one more way also you can write the identity as cot square theta is also equal to cosec square theta minus 1. This is also one of the very important identity, because sometimes while solving the sums, cot square theta can also be written as cosec square theta minus 1. So, children, you learned all these three identities with the proof. If you are thorough with these identities, I think you can solve many sums. Along with these identities, you have to recall some of the basic algebraic identities. What is that algebraic identities? Algebraic identities. These algebraic identities you people have learned in 9th standard, but let me recall these identities for you so that you will be thorough to solve the exercise. So let me recall for all of you these identities. The first identities which you learned: a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, which you should be knowing very well. The second identity is a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. This is the second identity. Third identity is a square minus b square. It is very important. You are going to use this identity. This identity you are going to use in your problems, in trigonometrical problems. Even a plus b whole square also, even a minus b whole square also. And the fourth one is, see, sometimes you need to add up these two identities, like a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. If you add up these two identities, that is equal to 2 times of a square plus b square. See, this is very important. You are going to use this in the problems. So a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is also equal to twice of a square. When you add up these two, what happens? Plus 2ab minus 2ab both will get cancelled. A square plus a square is 2a square. B square plus b square, it is 2b square. So you get this immediate solution. So you can use this solution for solving the sums. So that's the, children, I am writing this identity so that you have to be thorough. And the fifth one is a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. This is also very, very important. That is equal to 4ab. 4ab. Even this is also, we are going to use this identity to solve the sums. And the next sixth one is a cube plus b cube. A cube plus b cube. So this is also one of the very important. That is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. I hope this you have to recall the last year motions. Again, the seventh one is a cube minus b cube. It is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So this is the seventh important identity which you are going to use. Why I have written this algebraic identities means because along this trigonometrical identities, you need to learn this algebraic identities also. If you learn this algebraic identities, you can solve any sums in the exercise. Students, these are the very important. You have to be thorough. If you are thorough, you can start with the exercise.